right? First and foremost, I want to say, call Allah Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. What I just said is all praise to the Father in the name of the Son. I also want to say Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, Barakatah, the Most High in Christ. Bless. I'm a day late with this, man, but I'm still doing this weekly lesson, man. It was on my spirit earlier in the week to get this done, and I've been kind of meditating on it as the day's been going on, man. I was gonna touch base on this at camp yesterday, but camp turned into something else, man. And I didn't touch base on it, man. But the spirit called me to do this earlier in this week, man. And I usually write down in my notes what I'm gonna do, man, but I didn't forget this one, so I knew I had to get this done, man. I was gonna do it yesterday, but Friday night turned into some things where I was up all night, and yeah, I just didn't get the chance to do it, man. So today we're gonna get into this, man. And technically speaking, man, with me and my week, man, Tuesday is the end of the week with my lunar, man. So even though most people in EGA keep a Saturday Sabbath, that's fine, man. But we gonna keep on bringing out this word, keep on getting into it, man. And yesterday it was raining, so I didn't get no footage, man. But Hawaratazah, man, we could get this footage out and get some more videos on this channel, man. We got over 100 and something videos on this channel, so we got a plethora of videos. The work's still getting done, man, and we not letting up. So without further ado, we're gonna get right into this, man. And of course, when we going into what I have here, man, we gotta go with Matthew 5, man. So I'm gonna actually go to the Bible Gateway and get into Matthew 5 and 2. It says, and he opened his mouth and taught them, saying. So Christ was at the Mount of Olives, right? Or Salaki, he was on the mountains. I don't know exactly what mountain he was in, but he was in the mountain and he was teaching the multitude, man. And the disciples came to him, man, right? And this is what he was teaching, man. He said, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven," man. And this actually give me something specific that I want to get before I go anywhere else, man. It's Revelation 2 and 9, man, right? And actually, yeah, it says Revelation 2 and 9, man. It says, I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, right? But thou art rich, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan, man. So blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven, man. Right? And actually, let's go to that in the Hebrew real quick, man. The poor, right? Just to give an understanding of what this poor is, man. Right? Spirit is spirit, obviously, man. But the poor, man, it says the poor, the beggar, the poor man, the beggarly, right? The reduced to beggary, right? Begging, asking alms, destitute of wealth, man. Influence, position, honor, man. Right? This is the people who don't have influence, position, or honor, man. Right? The lowly, the afflicted, the destitute of the Christian virtues, right? The helpless, the powerless to accomplish an end, poor, needy, lacking in anything, man. Respects their spirits, destitute of wealth, learning, and intellectual culture, with the schools afford men of this class most readily give themselves up to Christ's teaching and prove themselves fitted to lay hold of the heavenly treasures, man. Right? And then that brings another thing to me, man, because obviously this is something that we gotta get, man. So this is Proverbs chapter 16 verse 19. It says, better it is to be of a humble spirit with the lowly, right, than to divide the spoil with the proud, man. Theirs is the kingdom of heaven, man. Right? And it ain't about being rich and having wealth, man. And then this is another one, man. I think it's First Kings 2. Hold on, I'm gonna find it. I'm not certain where it is. It's somewhere, but First Samuel, Salakia. Right, and we just going off of what was in this first verse that I got, man, and we getting precepts to back it up. So it says, this first Samuel chapter 2 verse, we're gonna start at 6. It says, I, or Yahweh, killeth and maketh alive, he bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. Yahweh maketh poor and maketh rich, right? He bringeth low and lifteth up. He raiseth up the poor out of the dust and lifteth up the beggarly, right, from the dunghill, man, to set them among princes and to make them inherit the throne of glory, or the kingdom of heaven, man. For the pillars of the earth are Yahweh's, and he hath set the world upon them, man. That's a perfect precept for this here, man. Right? So Matthew 5:3 says, blessed are the poor in spirit, man, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. This is blessed, man. To be lowly is a blessing, man. Right? Because to see your mom, your grandmother, whoever, man, be able to make something out of nothing is a blessing, man. Right? That, and then even Christ, when he had the 5 loaves of bread and two fish, or whatever it was, man. Forgive me for my incorrect a number, man. But he had that, and he was able to divide that among thousands, man. Right? Christ didn't have a place to lay his head, man. Right? So to be in that type of company, man, it's a good thing, man. Don't think that it's a bad thing, and now I gotta get something else, man. Right? Because this was actually what we was kind of going into at camp yesterday, man. Right? Hebrews chapter 12:6, it says, for whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, man, and scourges every son whom he receiveth. So the Lord gonna put you through some things, man. Right? And it says, if ye endure chastening, God dealeth with you as with sons. Right? For what son is he whom the Father chastens not? But if you be without chastisement, and whereof are you all partakers, or all are partakers, then ye are bastards and not sons, man. Right? So we need to be going through some things, man. It says, furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us, right, and we gave them reverence, right? Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live? Right? The kingdom of heaven, man. Right? And it says, for verily for a few days chasten us after their own pleasure, but he for our profit, that we might be partakers of his holiness now. Right? So, oh man, what did I just do? Right? Oh man, what happened? I don't even know what happened there, man. Now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous, man. Right? Nevertheless, afterward it yielded the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby, man. Right? So we got to go through these things, man. Be glad to be poor in spirit, man. Right? Continuing on, man. It says, blessed are they that mourn, right? For they shall be comforted, man. And I just gotta find it. I'm not sure how it's worded. See, I think it's Isaiah 61, but I'm not sure. So we just gonna look it up, man. Isaiah 61. I should have just went with my gut, man. But it's better to be looking it up, finding out, than trying to figure it out, man. This is Isaiah 61. Yeah, we gotta get it. The spirit of Adonai Yahweh is upon me, because Yahweh hath anointed me to preach good tidings, or the gospel, unto the meek. And that's gonna come up pretty soon too. Remember that, man. He hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, mourning, right, and to proclaim liberty to the captives. That's another one, man. And the opening of the prison to them that are bound, to proclaim the acceptable year of Yahweh. This is the kingdom of the Most High, man. And the day of vengeance of our Elohim, man, or our Elohai, right, to comfort all that mourn, right. And it says, to appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, right, to give unto them beauty for ashes in Zion, man. Right. And it says, the oil of joy for mourning, right, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they may be called trees of righteousness. We're going to get into that a little bit too in this lesson, right? The planting of Yahweh, that he might be glorified, man, right? And this actually brings something else to mind. I gotta get it, man, because it is going into the same kind of thing with this morning, but not really. Kind of back to this Hebrews 12, but it's still the same kind of thing going all in all, man. So this is Romans chapter 8 and 18. It says, "For I reckon that the suffering of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us," right? "For the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of God," man. So we just waiting, man, right? And we waiting for that blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted, man. To comfort all that mourn in Zion, man. Blessed are the meek, and that was the same thing in Isaiah 61. We actually gonna go into that, man, because it says, "Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth," right? And as children of Israel, man, we can't be thinking that we are better than everybody. We gotta be humble, man. But we're gonna get into that word meek in the Greek, man. It says meek, mindless of mildness of dispositions, gentleness of spirit, meekness. Let's actually go to this, man. So meek definition is quiet, gentle, and easy, and flows on submissive, right? Now let's go to words that is similar or similitudes, or I don't know. Yeah. So this is patient, long-suffering, forbearing, resigned, gentle, quiet, shy, retiring, reverent, peaceful, peaceable, docile, mild, demure, right? They used to love demure all the time, these women, man. Modest, humble, lowly, and then we get the same thing. Defendant, right? Unassuming, self-effacing, right? Unpretentious, unambitious, unobtrusive, submissive, yielding, unresisting, obedient, compliant, tame, biddable, tractable, acquiescent, right? Differential, right? Weak, timid, frightened. And some of these words is not good, man. Like some of these things, like let's see, this obviously weak ain't a good word, man. And timid ain't really a good word either. Frightened ain't a good word either, man. Spineless ain't a good word, man. Spiritless is not a good word. Unprotesting, it's all right, man. But weak-kneed, that's not a good word. Wimpish is not a good word. Like a lamb to the slaughter is not a good word for this, man. But we talking about the humble, the lowly, man. Those who are reverent, man. Reverence in the Most High, peaceable, peaceful, not docile, really, man. But mild, demure. You know what I mean? Certain of these words don't fit. Like you could be in the truth and have some ambition, man. Right? That ain't what it's saying. But you should be compliant to the Most High. So it just depends on the usage, man. But yeah, the meek, the humble, man. For they shall inherit the kingdom of the earth. Right? Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Now this give me to this, man. Right, so this Revelation chapter 14 verse 12, it says, "Here is the patience in the face of here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Yahweh Shai," man. And then that's hungering and thirsting after the truth, man. Revelation 22 and 14, man. Blessed are they that do his commandments, man. So you got to hunger and thirst for righteousness, that they may have right to the tree of life and may enter in through the gates in the city, man. Right, so this is literally going into the same thing, man. Hunger and thirsting after righteousness, man. Keeping the commandments, man. And I got to look this up. I think it's Deuteronomy 6 and 25, but I'm going to look it up. It is Deuteronomy 6 and 25. I just gotta start going with what I feel, man. But this never hurts to look it up, man. All right, Deuteronomy 6 and 25, and it reads, and it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments before Yahweh our power as he had commanded us, man. Hungering and thirsting after righteousness. Our righteousness is keeping the commandments, or observing and doing these commandments, man. Right? Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy, man. Let's go into that one, man. Right? Merciful, man. And even though it's not too in depth, man, but we should want to see what these words mean in the Hebrew. Elimon, and let's see Elio. So it's kind of, this word derives from this. So they kind of the same. So I'm gonna go with this one first, man. But merciful, it ain't no usage to that, man. Compassionate, you got some compassion. But let's go here to Elio, man, and that is have mercy on, obtain mercy, show mercy, have compassion on, have pity on, have mercy upon, receive mercy, to have mercy, to help one afflicted or seeking aid, to help the afflicted, to bring help to the wretched, to experience mercy. And you got to think about how some Israelites talk and how they wouldn't help Edomite in need, man. You are oppressing a stranger, man, right? I wouldn't think that type of way, man, right? And to be completely honest, if that's how you're gonna move, that's how you're gonna move. But me as a person, man, I don't have it in me to just turn my head when I see somebody down, man. And I'm not talking about like giving alms. I'm talking about in need of something, man. Like even in the gym when I'm hooping, man, I be hooping with Edomites. They would never guess that I'm an Edomites. If I said Israelites, I'd be hooping with Israelites as well, but Edomites, and I'd be trying to give them tools, man, to get better, man. Right? I pick the smallest dude in the gym and I ball with the smallest dude in the gym, man. If he's an Edomite, it's an Edomite. I don't care, man. Right? It's about not just being that hateful brother that they are, man. Esau hate us first, man. That don't mean that we gotta hate them. If you want to, that's fine with you, man. But I'm just not like that. Right, I'm not the type of Israelite that's hating everybody, man. Right, the Lord is gonna show His vengeance upon them, man, and it's not for me to do, man. Right, I'm just gonna dwell peaceably with all men, man. Let's get that real quick, man, because it is what it is, man. Man, I'm gonna just look it up. Romans 12:18. I gotta remember that. I'm gonna try and remember this, but I don't get this too often. Romans 12:18, and I'm just getting it, man. If it be possible, as much lieth in you, right, live peaceably with all men. That's don't say just with Israelites, man. I say with all men. So if you're gonna live peaceably with all men, you're gonna follow that, man. Recompense to no man evil for evil. Verse 17. Provide things honest in the sight of all men, man. And you just gotta take it how forward it's written, man. If you don't want to do that, oh well. But I'm gonna show mercy, man. Right? Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. How are you gonna say that you an Israelite and you pure in heart, but you got a huge hatred for somebody, man? Yeah, you can have the hatred, but it's a time for hate and it's a time for peace, man. Right? It's a time for peace and it's a time for hate and a time for love, a time for love and a time for hate, actually, man. Right? And right now it ain't in us, man. You should just be trying to dwell peaceably with all men, I believe, man. Right? But hey, that's just me. Right? Blessed are the peacemakers, right? For they shall be called the children of God, man. How are you gonna be peacemakers when you stirring up a muck on the streets, man? Right? You can't really get that, man. Right? We're gonna get to these last two, man. Right? And then I got a little bit more after this. I ain't ending with this, but I got a couple more after this, man. It says, blessed are they which are persecuted, right, for righteousness' sakes, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. So we're gonna be persecuted for righteousness' sake. And I gotta get another one. I think it's 18. No, it's 19. It might even be 20. Revelation 20. And I'm just gonna write Control F B. Right. So This is Revelation chapter 20 verse 4, and I saw thrones and they that sat upon them, right, and judgments was given to them, and I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai and for the word of Yahweh, right, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, nor have received the mark and received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, right, and they lived and reigned with Christ 1,000 years, man. So this is gonna be those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake. Theirs is the kingdom of heaven, man. They're gonna reign with Christ, man, right. And that 1,000 years ain't just that 1,000 years. It's talking about longer than that 1,000 years, man. But that first 1,000 years, they're gonna be there with Christ alone, man. And the other ones who brought back after that 1,000 years was up, man. That's just after Christ is, well, not after Christ, but after that war, man, right? But verse 11 in Matthew 5, it says, "Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake," man. Right? Even going back into that Revelation 20, same thing, man. They're gonna do this, man. We gotta be ready for this, man. Right? So that's the blessed part of that, man. We're gonna keep on going in this Psalm 101. "Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth at the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful." Now I gotta get one other second, Ecclesiastes, Sirach. I think it's 12 and 10, right? Let's just see. I want the KJV. Okay, so the Sirach 12 and 10. "Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusts, so is his wicked. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if he wiped a wilking grass. And thou shalt know that his rough have not all been together wiped away. Set him not by thee, right? Lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand," right? So don't sit with the enemy, man, right? "Lest he take thy seat, and at thy last remember my words and be pricked therewith," man. And it's simple, man. That's simple. If you don't understand, the same people I was talking about, I'm peaceable with, man. I'm not sitting with, I'm not hanging out with, man. It's just simple, keeping the peace, man. Right? But we not sitting by them, man. That's understood, man. Right? And then the last one I wanted to get, man, was "Blessed is he that readeth." Right? You should be in this word, man. "And they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand." Right? So this is basic understanding, man, of how you see blessings from the Most High. If you're not keeping the commandments, and if you're not operating how Christ said in Matthew 5, if you're hanging around with the enemy, man, you shouldn't be hanging around with the enemy, right? But it is what it is, man. It's simple mathematics, man. It's not hard to understand. It's not too deep, man. It's simple mathematics, man. So with that, I want to say, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah, AGA, till we see today.